I don't know. What was that?
They're finger guns, finger blasters.
And an A-wing chant. Hi, guys.
I never know what to do on my walk from the computer to my chair, so...
I never know what to do when I'm not quite sure that we're live yet. Hilo, please.
Immediately. I have things to say. I'm Hilo. So this is what we're building. We got the UCS A-wing set. Full disclosure, Lego did send this to us. We've worked with them in the past, and I nicely asked if I could have one. And said we would build it on stream.
Well, I tweeted at them and said that May 1st was my birthday.
We can pretend that's why they gave it to us. I'm sure they saw that, and they were like, maybe we should.
Oh, man.
But yeah, this set looks awesome. I've always liked A-wings, not as much as X-wings, but they're my second favorite starfighter, I think.
Yeah. I've seen a few people say that this set didn't quite look detailed enough to be a UCS, but I think it does.
Well, the A-wing is a small ship. Like, it's a little compact thing.
Is that all the stickers?
Yep. That's
Wait,
good.
what's that?
Okay, there's some more. The fewer stickers, the better, in my opinion.
Well, that's my job.
I like it when the pieces make the model and not an overabundance of stickers.
That sounds kind of snobby.
Well, I've been building Legos since I was 5 years old or something, so... let's get to page 1 here.
Man, like an hour ago it was cold, and now after having run circles in the backyard with Hilo to try to wear him out before we streamed, I'm exhausted and hot.
And it didn't work.
Well,
He's
laying down.
for now. The first thing he did when we got live was jump in your lap.
He's hopefully just coming down off of his post-dinner high.
Alright, there's 11 bags in this one.
Hey Sean, what's up?
7.
How many bags?
11.
11. How many was the Tantive for?
13, I think. This is a comparable set. There are slightly fewer pieces in this one, but yeah. It's about the same, I'd say.
I see a lot of color. That's always nice after having built something like the Star Destroyer.
That's true. I'm trying to get all the bags organized, but I know it's very loud. 10, 6, 9, 7, 8. There. Here, you want to do something already?
Yes.
Put that on the label there.
Okay. So how was everyone's week? I feel like I say that every time we start to stream.
It's still nice to check in.
Yeah.
How was everyone's May 4th? There we go.
Yeah. Ooh. Perfect.
Nice. Thank you. Yeah, it looks great.
Yeah, we mostly worked on May 4th.
Yeah.
We did win some trivia though.
Yeah, we worked in the evening. We played an online trivia test that we won. Of course.
Yeah, it was like a virtual trivia where you could get on Zoom and kind of see people, but we tried to remain anonymous. Oh man. Every time.
Well, yeah. You delve too greedily, and then the line falls in.
Mm.
It was tough, though. I was surprised. Usually we do bar trivia, and it's like, we're doing Star Wars trivia, and the questions are, like, really basic.
Yeah.
But these were difficult.
There was a couple that we were unsure of, and we even missed, what, 2? 3? I think we missed 2, but it said we missed 3.
I remember missing 2. I can't remember which ones. But there were a couple that I was proud of. Like, they asked which pod racer exploded first.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, obviously everyone's mind goes to Ben Quadraneros. And that was one of the options. But I was like, I'm pretty sure it's Rats. I think Rats blows up first.
And
I'm whenever it's like sequence of events, lines, I don't know, that's where I start to get a little unsure.
the one that I got that you were unsure of was how many pod racers are there total? And actually, their answer was wrong.
Yeah.
But I was like, well, that's close.
They didn't have the correct answer listed, but
Yeah.
we knew enough.
The answer is 18, because we've studied that many times before. Hilo. You gonna be loud, crunchy down there?
Then we watched The Mandalorian after that, I think, right?
Oh yeah, because we were like not sure what to watch, and I was like, we haven't done a Mandalorian rewatch yet.
Well,
But
we watched it like 3 times while it was on.
That's true, because we did commentaries on it, and
So I think this is the 4th time we're watching it, but we haven't just like
got to sit and enjoy.
just watched it to watch it and no other reason.
And like, I'll find myself, because I've already seen it, I'll find myself on Twitter or like on my phone, but then I have to remind myself if Baby Yoda's on the screen, I have to stop what I'm doing.
Well, yeah, that first episode is pretty Baby Yoda free, and you were like, who even cares?
I was like, don't care, just
That's not true.
wake me up when we're at the end of episode 1.
When's the star of the show getting here?
But yeah, so no Clone Wars tomorrow. We've had Clone Wars on Fridays for quite a while, and now it's over.
It'll be weird to have kind of a chill Friday where it's like we don't have to wake up, watch an episode, make a video, do a commentary, make 2 videos.
Yeah. Like, I'm sad it's over, but at the same time, I'm happy to have Friday mornings just free now.
Yeah.
For the most part. But, yeah. And I don't know what we're going to talk about for the next
I know.
bit of time here.
Well, comics are coming back, so that's good. Dr. Aphra came out.
That's true.
Which I liked. The first issue back was solid.
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh. I just... It's been so long since we've had comics. I didn't do a comic reaction video for our patrons. I need to do that.
You're slipping.
Sorry, patrons. I'm sorry.
You're slipping.
The comics got canceled and I forgot. This is me owning up to my mistakes.
Okay. Well, I'll forgive you this time. Hilo, calm down, please. Yeah, we talked about a couple of different things that we might start doing videos on now that there isn't a whole lot of new content that we have to look forward to anytime soon, but we'll see how that goes. I am built. I'm assuming that's how you say that. I am built. Thank you for the super chat.
Or is it I am BLT?
I am BLT.
Like I am a bacon, lettuce, tomato sandwich.
It could be either.
I am hungry.
Did you eat?
Yeah. I can be hungry still.
We always do these streams and then at the end we're like starving.
Yeah, well.
Who'd win in a fight, me or that stupid little punk Kevin with his stupid face who took my pens in the 3rd grade and never returned them?
What a punk. Kevin! You
would totally win the fight.
You are clearly holding on to this revenge story, which is not the Jedi way. I don't want to condone that, but I mean...
I was going to say, ultimate solution, don't fight. Just make fun of him from afar or something.
I was going to say buy a new pin, but...
He said pins.
Oh,
plural.
Well, pins? Multiple? Oh, no.
That's messed up.
But, I mean, I think Kevin wouldn't see it coming. you'd sucker punch him and he'd be like, "Why?" And you'd be like,
yeah.
"Remember the pins?" And he'd be like, "No."
Well, hopefully Kevin doesn't watch this stream.
Yeah, now he knows you're coming. If he's here. That'd be crazy if someone were like, "I'm that Kevin. I'm sorry."
Oh, one of my favorite YouTube screen names. You no longer get to tease me about this. Thank you for the super chat. What if they made a Clone Wars style Revenge of the Sith remake with the Siege of Mandalore? That would be cool. That would be a ton of work.
Yeah, it'd be cool. They won't do it.
No, but I still haven't watched any of them. I know there are many versions of them out there, but like just a super cut of the movie and the Clone Wars episodes kind of as the events happen.
Yeah.
I do want to watch that.
Those will be neat to watch now that we have a little time to do it.
Yeah. Cheers for streaming Thursday. We didn't do it last week because...
Yeah, we did.
We did?
Yeah. We just did it early because of the Parks and Rec episode.
That's right. I just had that on my mind the whole time and I was looking forward to it.
I didn't do a gaming stream this week because of May 4th and just had a lot going on. And I don't think... we'll see how we feel next week. I'm planning on not streaming next week because we're just going to take a week off because May 4th was a lot. And so we're just going to take a minute to recover.
Well,
But if we get bored, we still might stream. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like...
There's only so much we can do.
Being in quarantine still, and Clone Wars, and then May 4th stuff, we're a little burnt out right now. So we're gonna...
Part of that was my own fault, just having... I kind of procrastinated and got started on the canon timeline a lot later than I normally do.
Yeah.
And so kind of had to enter crunch mode there.
Well, I blame everything on quarantine-related
Source
issues.
of all of our problems.
It is. It's just like a constant stress on everyone's mind right now.
Yeah.
Even though technically our state has
Maybe we should stop talking about it then.
reopened. Yeah. It always comes
We're here
up.
to build Lego.
Well, I want to bring it up in case someone wants to express their frustrations about it in
That's
the
fair.
chat.
Okay.
We gotta talk. We can't just ignore it. Yes, Hilo. He's licking my feet. Okay. Riker Davis, thank you for the super chat. What do you think about Clone Trooper Ridge living from the Battle of Teth to Order 66?
So that's something I didn't pick up on. I think I saw our buddy Andy Blanchard tweet about it.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe I saw it on Twitter, I think. That, yeah, there is a clone named Ridge who is mentioned in the Clone Wars movie. And then they lose contact with Ridge in the Siege of Mandalore. So they just kind of give that one little clone a shout out, which is, bless you, Hilo, which is a cool little detail that it went over my head.
Oh, yeah. I was like, who's Ridge?
I wouldn't have known if I hadn't seen that tweet earlier today.
But, yeah, it was really cool. Oh my gosh. Okay. Sorry. Matt Thornton, thank you for the super chat. Here's an idea I have for a Star Wars story. A Jedi escapes Order 66 and learns about the Kaminoans and the inhibitor chips. He goes to Kamino and gives into his anger and goes on a rampage, destroying it all. Interesting. I'm sure we kind of mentioned this in the Q&A for Saturday about like how many Jedi we think actually survived Order 66. I'm sure there was one of them that just like completely lost their mind.
Yeah. I'm sure they've kind of dabbled in that in like the Darth Vader comic. I wouldn't say completely lost their mind, but Farron Barr on Hilo's biting my feet. Farron Barr on Mon Cala definitely went like, I would say, dark side in his quest for justice, as he would call it. But
Justice.
yeah.
So he became Batman.
No, he was not a good guy, I don't think. I think he was a fallen... He wasn't even a Jedi, he was a Padawan, but he fell.
Yeah. That would be a cool story, though. Elijah Neal, thank you for the super chat. Random question. Is the character Tor Valum the new canon master for Plagueis? And do you think he could be a Zepho? I couldn't wait until the weekly Q&A to ask this.
Well, Tor Valum is not a canon character. He was going to be mentioned as one of Palpatine's masters, like teachers, in Colin Trevorrow's episode 9.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't show up. He does look similar to a Zepho in kind of head shape in the concept art that came out. But there are also some differences. I think those were probably two things that were developed independently. Although, so much, like, anytime something is designed for a Star Wars story, if it's not used, they have a long history of using it in the future. So it's very possible the Fallen Order guys were like, that looks kind of neat. Like, let's just adapt that a little bit.
Yeah.
But no, I don't think Tor Valum is A, canon, and B, I don't think he was meant to be a Zepho at the start.
That is interesting, though. That name does not ring a bell to me, so I don't know.
It was only in the Trevorrow script.
Oh, yeah. See, I didn't read through
I haven't
that.
read it either.
I skimmed some of the bullet points for it, but I should read it, though,
I have
one
it.
day.
I did get it. It's just I don't know.
Yeah. Elo, can you lay down?
I cannot.
Can you... Hi. Can you lay down and be good?
He's got a birthday next week.
Ooh. Oh, yeah.
May 15th. We know the day that he was born. The people we adopted him from had his birth records.
Please don't knock anything over. I am BLT. Thank you for another super chat. How come the Jedi lost in Order 66? Couldn't they just use Disney magic? Disney magic.
Well, they weren't owned by Disney at the time. So
There you go.
when Order 66 was created, Disney magic had not yet entered the universe. What a shame. They were just, 10 years too late.
Yeah.
When was the sale? 2012? 7 years too late.
Also, if the Jedi had won, how do we explain the original trilogy?
Also, yeah, it's like they had to. They had to lose.
We had to have a reason why. What was that?
I don't know. Oh, it was this program I have that makes stupid noises when someone signs on. So, like, one of my friends signed on to it, and
It made like a punching sound.
yeah.
It's funny. What? Oh, man. Disney magic. I like the idea of Disney magic. I experience it whenever I watch a Disney movie or go to a Disney place.
I think that's the literal definition of Disney magic.
Yeah. It lives in my heart. Patrick Glenn, thank you for the super chat. In the book Lost Stars, can you name Thane and Cyan as roommates on the Imperial Academy, and can you name their homeworlds? No?
The only one I can remember is Nash Windrider, and he was from Alderaan.
Oh yeah, because he had a sweet name.
That's a very Star Wars name. But he's from Alderaan, and he stays with the Empire, and even goes with them, like, after the Battle of Jakku, so... Not a great Alderaanian, like...
Lost Stars, I think, was the very first new canon Star Wars book that I read, so it's been quite a while since I read it.
I'm trying to think of Ciena's roomie. I remember them a little bit, but I cannot recall. I know one of them defects, and one of them doesn't, I think. I should read that book again, because I love it. I've only read it the one time, though.
Yeah. If If you have the rest of those answers, put them in the chat, and I will try to find them. Let me see if you posted them. But yeah, I love Lost Stars. So good. Maddie S, thank you for the super chat. Are you going to do a review of the Clone Wars episode 12 with Molly? Did we not?
We did that.
We did?
It came out 2 days. It came out on the 5th.
Oh,
Normally
right.
we do them both in the same day, but we had the canon timeline. I didn't want to just like do a ton of oh my gosh.
Can you turn that off?
Yeah. I didn't want to do a ton of videos on May 4th, especially with the timeline. That's like our biggest video of the year. So yeah, just look for it on the 5th instead of the 4th.
So that would have been
2 days ago?
Wednesday?
Tuesday.
No, Tuesday. What's up, Daniel S? Alex is gonna go turn off that silly program.
I'm back. I just had to turn the volume down.
Oh, okay. You always give me crap when I forget to turn the audio off my laptop. Chad Matisse, thank you for the super chat. Love you guys. Keep up the great videos. Question: how long of a time gap is it when we last see Ahsoka? What?
No, I just think I know what this... Oh, no, it's not the question I thought it was.
Rude.
What?
You interrupted me.
I didn't interrupt. I laughed.
I thought you were laughing at my, like, stuttering.
No.
Let me start that over. Love you guys. Keep up the great videos. Question: how long of a time gap is it when we last see Ahsoka in the Clone Wars and we see her again in Rebels?
15 or 16 years. I think season 1 is 3 years before the events of A New Hope. It's 3 or 4. So it's either 15 or 16 years, which would make her 33 or 34 when she appears again. I thought that was going to be when in the timeline does that Vader scene take place at the end of the Clone Wars, which we just filmed the Q&A that will come out on Saturday, and we answered a ton of Clone Wars questions, and so many people had that question to ask. And you'll hear our answer on Saturday. But really, we don't know, and we just guess and speculate. And...
Yeah. I'm still looking for those Lost Stars answers. I'd probably just have to look it up. Dave B, thank you for the super chat. If Hilo had a favorite Star Wars film or show, what would it be?
I want to say one of the Ewok adventures. I think he'd like barking at the Ewoks and any weird creature that shows up.
Yeah, he does like to bark at things. Like the movies.
Yeah, the made-for-TV movies.
Yeah. It'd have to be the first one because the other one is just tragic.
He might like Teak, though. That he's in the second one.
That's true.
Teak's got the zoomies, so...
He does?
Yeah, he's a little fast boy.
Oh, I don't remember much from that movie because we watched it so long ago. I think he would... I don't know if we would have a favorite one because every time we sit down on the couch to watch a movie in the evening, he just falls asleep, which thank goodness.
Yeah.
Because he had been torturing us all day with his love. But yeah, he just eventually will fall asleep. But yeah, I'll agree and say Ewok movie. Ben Falk, thank you for the super chat. Who's your favorite clone? I'm partial to Waxer. We're still going through our Clone Wars rewatch, so I'm still kind of like getting reassociated with all the different clones, but I am always gonna probably say Rex. I don't know.
That's a fine answer. I do like Waxer and Boyle a lot, but Fives, I think he has kept his spot in my heart. Echo was fighting there for a second. I really liked all of Echo's stuff back in season 7, but I've always liked Fives, and I'm glad that he got a shout out at the end.
What was the Bad Batch? What was the Smarty Pants guy? I always just called him Tech. I always just called him Smarty Pants Clone. He was really cool. Granted, he was in very few episodes, but out of all of the Bad Batch, he was probably my favorite.
He was kind of the nicest.
Yeah. I just thought it was really cool that he like could understand different languages through technology, and I don't know, he's
definitely the Donatello of the group.
Yeah. How we doing so far?
I think we're doing all right. I'm a little confused. I don't know what. Rotate like that. Like that. No, like this. Okay.
I'm going to read a few fun facts of the A-wing starfighter here. Manufacturer, Kuwait System Engineering.
Kuwait or Kuwait?
Oh,
Kuwait.
Kuwait. Length 9.60 meters. So yeah, not huge. Engines. Noveldex J77 Event Horizon.
Oh. I like that movie.
Yeah. It's also an engine. Hyperdrive is Incom GBK-785 hyperdrive unit. The shielding is Surplex Z-9 deflector shield projector.
Sure.
And last but not least, the weapons are Borstel RG-9 laser cannons, Dimec HM-6 concussion missile launcher. Dang, I almost made it through all those without messing one up, except for Kuwait.
The blaster cannons are supposed to be able to rotate back and forth, so there might be some moving parts on this for you.
You know I love moving parts.
You love breaking my Lego sets.
They should move more. That's all I'm going to say. Spacer V, thank you for the super chat. Have you ever wanted to join the 501st Legion? Absolutely. I've got a pretty decent Mara Jade cosplay, but I never, looked into how to get initiated.
I mean, there's still... did I do that wrong? There's still, a lot of stuff you're going to have to do,
Yeah.
to get it officially ready. I wouldn't mind it at all. I think I would probably join the Rebel Legion first, just because it's always kind of been a dream of mine to have a full-on Rebel pilot outfit.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I like the X-wing orange, but I look a lot like Will Lark, who's an A-wing pilot. Hey, it all connects. So I wouldn't mind just putting a green uniform together, get the alphabet squadron patch. That'd be pretty cool.
They do have cool looking uniforms. Oh, Zach Cost, thank you for the super chat. Sorry about making your computer make noise. That was him.
That's your fault. All right.
We'll forgive you, I guess. You no longer get to tease me about this. Thank you for the super chat. Tip: Savage has to be unlocked with a code in LSW3.
Lego Star Wars 3.
Oh.
The Clone Wars one, when we have to...
You can play as him?
Yeah, the Lego games, once you unlock characters, you can play as, anybody.
Ooh.
Even little minor characters.
Is he, giant and has the big horns?
He should. He should have, little extra bricks on the bottom of his feet, like lifts.
So some of these questions we're going to talk about more in Saturday's Q&A, but
Who cares? We got the claw out and answering questions.
we've got the claw out,
Yeah.
the white claw.
Uh-huh. Try to get that to catch on.
We're got the claw out, guys. Kyle Barrett, thank you for the super chat. Where was the Darksaber during the Siege of Mandalore? We talk about this in the Q&A.
Yeah. Whatever, you're getting a preview. We answer 14 other questions, so.
Yes.
I think it's probably on Dathomir. I think he probably wanted it to be safe. He lost it once briefly in the Son of Dathomir comic. He gets it back. That's like the symbol of his leadership, and if he loses it for any reason, the Mandalorians won't follow him anymore. So I think he takes it back to Dathomir and just leaves it. And he's like, all right, now that's safe. I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. I still love the term Mandalorians. I wish that was canon.
That's how they referred to all those characters at Lucasfilm. Like that's a... and then fans just kind of adopted it.
That's like an inside joke kind of thing.
Yeah.
Jack Aspido, I think that's how you say that. Thank you for the super chat. Hey guys, huge fan of your vids. Love tuning into for a recap after watching Clone Wars or Mando. With Clone Wars done, what do you think is on the horizon show-wise? Hopefully Kenobi.
Well, yeah. that's confirmed. Cassian's confirmed. What do we think? Especially like Clone Wars is animation, and we don't... I'm honestly surprised we have not gotten any official thing.
Oh yeah. Well, there were rumors of another Rebels show, like a Rebels sequel show, and I would love to see that happen because I know we left on a huge cliffhanger, and like we know Timothy Zahn has said that he has a story in mind for what's going on with Thrawn and Ezra, but ultimately it's not his story to tell. That's Dave Filoni's story to tell, but I mean...
So, I mean, that feels like a clue, that, hold on, we're going to tell this story, Tim. Sorry.
Yeah.
And just, we've heard rumors, and, we don't talk about rumors all that much. We don't make official videos until something is, like, confirmed for real.
Yeah. Unless we got the claw out.
This isn't a full-on video about
no
Rebels sequel series confirmed. No, it's just, I think that's probably likely.
Yeah. And, of course, they're going to continue to do Disney Plus shows. We might get some Disney Plus movies.
That'd be interesting. Like, yeah, the Taika news that happened, it said a film for theatrical release, which I think people would assume regardless, but it is interesting that they put that language in the video, or in their announcement. Yeah, to like make sure people know that, hey, this is coming out in theaters. Although I do think that we're at a point, especially how we are right now and how like a bunch of films did get released digitally, that they might have just been like, let's make sure everyone's clear what we're intending this for.
Oh yeah, right. That makes sense.
But yeah, I think Rebels sequel series, I think that rumor has some legs. And it's something, and that might just be wishful thinking where I would like to see it, so.
Yeah, same. Nicholas Carrero, thank you for the very generous super chat.
Oh, thank you.
They say, love your videos, keep up the good work. We will try.
Try not. Do or do not.
We will do.
Thank you, Nicholas, very much. If you have a question, feel free to ask it, but man, thank you.
Yes. I will try to keep an eye out for any questions. We will do. That's our new motto.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
That one.
That should be a thing in Star Wars, I think. We can take that, right?
Nike
No one else is using it.
Nike has that one. I hate to tell you.
Ah.
'09 Black Cobalt with 2 S's. Thank you for the super chat. Do you think we need a TV show / game for what Ahsoka was doing during the time in between the end of the Clone Wars and Rebels? Is the book enough? I think the book is enough.
Like, yeah, I'm not itching to know exactly what happened with her, but the book only covers a year.
Yeah.
Actually, the book only takes place over the course of a small amount of time, but it's like a year after Revenge of the Sith.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'd be up for it, but I'm also not like clamoring for it. Like, Ahsoka's in a lot. I love Ahsoka. But I don't want it to be like Star Wars is just the Ahsoka saga now.
Yeah, and then there were rumors about a live-action Ahsoka show for a while there. So I don't know if those are true. Maybe that could be a story for that time.
I think that's going to take place, assuming that's true. I think that'll probably take place later.
Like,
just a guess.
Like post Rebels.
Yes.
So Ahsoka the White.
Yes. Once she turns into a wizard.
Mm-hmm. TJ Meeks, thank you for the super chat. Do you think Order 66 could have been a massive mind trick enabled by the inhibitor chips? Dooku wanted the chips sent to him for analysis in that arc. Like a Jedi mind trick?
I mean, kind of. I don't know. I think it's probably simpler than that. Like, I think it's just something that controlled their actions, and Sidious could... maybe it was something that made them susceptible to a mind trick through a phone call.
Yeah. Yeah, it's part technology, part Jedi magic, Disney magic, if you will. Interesting, though, that Dooku wanted to have it analyzed.
Well, like, we just now know how much of the plan Maul knew, which, like, he didn't know what Order 66 was. He just knew something was coming. So I would imagine that Dooku probably didn't know the full plan either. And I mean, Palpatine probably didn't foresee him surviving to that point anyway.
Sure.
So why tell him? That's just another person that knows something they don't have to know.
Yeah. Oh, here's one that we've gotten before. Elijah Neal, thank you for the super chat. Can we name all of the Knights of Ren?
Dang it, like, still just trudging. I think one star. Vickrel. Vickrel's one.
Vickrel and Trudgeon.
That's better than I've ever done.
Bludgeon and Fudgeon.
Smudgeon.
Mike.
He's the one that, like, bakes and stuff.
Yeah.
He just stays on the ship.
Kevin. And,
Sheev, but no relation to Palpatine.
Yeah.
Not that Sheev.
I mean, I guess there is a Star Wars Schmodown coming up in the near future, I think, but...
They're doing a tournament, but I'm not in the tournament.
Right, but you'll have to play whoever wins.
Yeah, so, I mean, I gotta study.
So, yeah, we're not really in study mode right now, or else
like, I should... But people ask every week. By now, I should have just looked up... I need to, like, hang a cheat sheet right there and be like, oh, yeah, the Knights of Ren.
Okay, I think someone wrote them out. Sure, Vickrel, Kuruk, Trudgeon, Kuruk.
Kuruk's the next one I'll remember because it's close to Uruk-hai.
Yeah. Trudgeon, Ushar, Cardo, and Aplek.
If people just keep asking every single week, eventually I'll remember them. I got Vickrel finally.
Yeah.
That's 2. I doubled my my Knights of Ren names.
One day we'll remember them. Jank, thank you for the super chat. Before the Jedi forbade partners / families, is there any information on how common it was for there to be multi-generational Jedi like the Skywalker lineage? Maybe we'll find that out in the High Republic stuff.
Yeah, like they don't really... I don't think they've ever gotten into when exactly that came out.
That rule.
Yeah.
About
and I think
marriage.
It would be cool to kind of see a reasoning behind it, which feels like that could happen in the High Republic.
Yeah. It could also be like, well, what happened with the Skywalkers, even though they didn't know that was going to happen, but they just caused so much drama for the galaxy that
Well, like, the Force isn't a for sure genetic thing. That's just not how the Force works. The Skywalkers are a special case because Anakin was born of the Force.
Yeah.
But, like, Palpatine's son, quote unquote, was not Force sensitive. Son, clone, I don't know. Like,
clone.
Whatever you want to call it. He was not Force sensitive. And, like, they just kind of crossed their fingers and hoped that any child he had would be. Which is very muddled. But the point is, just because your father or mother was Force sensitive doesn't guarantee that you will also be, and vice versa. Like, you could have a non-Force sensitive... Most people were non-Force sensitive and gave birth to Force sensitive babies.
Yeah.
And there's even in Legends, there was like Revan and Bastila Shan. They had Satele Shan, who was Force sensitive, and then she had a son that was not. So it's all over the place. It's for the person, not the bloodline.
Maybe it was just to keep the drama at bay, because like you wouldn't want Force sensitive Jedi to procreate only for the reason to create more Force sensitive Jedi, like, because then if they have a kid that isn't Force sensitive, they're going to be disappointed, and that kid's life is going to be rough.
Yeah, like, I can't go into the family business.
Like,
do you remember
if Ben Solo had a twin that wasn't Force sensitive?
Oh, no.
Can you imagine his life?
Did you... This reminds me of that Disney Channel original movie about a family of superheroes, and then, like, the movie is about their son who doesn't have superpowers, and he kind of pretends to for a little while. I can't remember the name of the movie. We'll have to watch it. I'm sure it's on Disney Plus.
I never really got into the Disney Channel at all.
Well, that was your mistake.
I know.
Smart House, Brink. Come on.
What's the surfing one?
Johnny Tsunami.
Yeah, I always want to say Johnny Karate, but that's that's not right. Samington, thank you for the super chat. Hi guys, I love the content that you produce. I have a question. What was Palpy's original plan before Anakin was discovered?
I think to have Maul just be his apprentice.
Yeah.
Like, I think that's it.
Maul and then Dooku, and then he just gets greedy and...
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Anakin was required for his plan to work. It was just that, Anakin is the most powerful, like, born of the Force thing that Sheev sees. And so he's like, I want that one. And
he's got all the midichlorians. More than Yoda.
So I think it was more about that he just wanted him because he could have him, and not necessarily because he needed him.
Right. Warren Heaney, thank you for the super chat. Have you ever done a video on how many pilots claim to survive either Death Star battles? Either Death Star battles. Seems like too many. Pilots claiming that they survived one of the 2 Death Star battles?
There's only 3 from the first one. Han doesn't count because he wasn't there the whole time. Wedge is the only one to be at both. I don't I don't know who else is hanging their hat on the Death Star 2 battle.
I'm sure there are some. But yeah, I can't think of any content of people like
Bragging about it.
yeah, bragging or claiming that they had been. But it now that I think about it, it does make sense that a pilot at that time could have been like, well,
I mean,
hire me because I was at the Death Star.
if I were there, I'd absolutely brag about it.
Yeah.
Even if I didn't do anything.
Elijah Neal, thank you for the super chat. I'm going to keep the super chat chain going. Yay.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you, Elijah. We've gotten a lot in today's video, so thank you.
It's very, very helpful during these weirdo times.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. We don't deserve you.
We don't.
Or your super chats.
We don't.
But cheers again. The claw. To the claw.
I drink the claw for you.
You no longer get to tease me about this. Thank you for the super chat. Lego Star Wars 3 is only the first 2 seasons minus Mandalore. Of the Clone Wars?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, yeah, I imagine that would be
That's a long, yeah.
really, really long game if they had all the seasons. But that would be funny to see, like, certain arcs done as a Lego game from the Clone Wars. Shayless Darkly, thank you for the super chat. I hope I said your name correctly. They just say hello there. Hi. Hello there.
General Darkly.
Oh, I lost my place. Oh boy.
Ooh.
Scroll, scroll, scroll.
I think these are the blasters.
Moving parts.
I think this is eventually going to be the blasters that go back and forth.
Ooh, cool. I like it.
Neat. All right, that's one bag down. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
This feels like it shouldn't be
A leftover piece.
I'll keep it out, but I'm pretty sure there was only one used at all. That's.
Wow.
I feel like every bag I finish, I just go, uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Mess something up. Oh, wait, go back. Is that one?
Yeah, that I have that one in there.
Oh, okay. Theron Goodman, thank you for the super chat. What do you think happened to Cut
LaQuain.
LaQuain? He had a last Cut in Order 66.
I think he probably was fine.
Who is that?
He is the deserter.
Oh, I was like, there's a clone with the last name?
So anytime I get asked about like Cut or the Bad Batch, any of those other clones, like did they do Order 66? It's like, if there were Jedi around, sure, but
Yeah.
I doubt Cut was around any Jedi. Like it would be a shame if he were harboring another like hurt person and they were a Jedi and he just went off, but I think he was probably isolated, and it's not like he had a collar thing for Sidious. I mean, the chip still may have activated, but he'd be like, just hate the Jedi all of a sudden. Whatever. Like, nothing to do about that.
He would just brush it off.
I don't think he got in a ship and like went to find the closest Jedi.
Oh man, that would be so sad
That
for
would
his
be-
family
yeah.
if he just activated and was like, gotta go, bye. My people need me.
And same for the Bad Batch. Like, they seemed like they worked alone most of the time. So I imagine their chips activated, and they were just like, I guess the Jedi are messed up now, but whatever.
Yeah.
And they just went about their business.
Shayla Starkley, again, thank you for the super chat. What Dooku knew about the plan and thought would happen was outlined in the Revenge of the Sith novelization, but that was pre-Disney canon reset.
I mean, the novelizations are like, yeah, not canon, but...
I think we can assume a detail like that is probably head canon, close to canon.
Yeah, I don't see the harm in... Until someone says otherwise.
Right. Interesting. I never read any of the prequel novelizations.
I think Revenge of the Sith is the only one I read.
Do you remember the Dooku stuff?
Vaguely. I mean, I read it in 05. So, well, I guess... Yeah, 05.
Senior high school?
Mm-hmm.
We old.
Mm-hmm.
09 Black Cobalts, thank you for the super chat. Are there any named lightsabers in Star Wars canon / legends, i.e. the Excalibur?
Darksaber, I guess, would be the closest thing, but...
In legends?
I can't recall.
Interesting. That there might be in the High Republic.
That's what I was going to say. Like, they likened... I don't know if they were just talking about the hilt that has, like, a physical crossguard on it, but, like, at the event, they called it the Excalibur, and in, like, a not... This is going to be called the Excalibur, they just meant this is very similar to it. But more than one Jedi have that style of lightsaber, but I do think it would be interesting if there were, like, if they were symbols of rank, or if they were passed around. And honestly, like, sorry, I didn't...
No, go ahead.
I think that the Luke and Leia lightsabers are going to eventually become that. I mean, people already refer to Anakin's lightsaber as, like, the hero lightsaber. But the way that Rey buried them, that to me just screams, these are coming back. We're going to jump way into the future. And someone's gonna need the weapon of a hero, and they're gonna seek it out. Maybe a brother-sister team have to go find these lightsabers and go on a quest. Like, that sounds like a fantasy setup to me that I would really like to see.
Do you want to see those sabers in the hands of other people?
Sure. We already saw Anakin's in the hands of a Palpatine.
True.
It can't get worse than that.
G. Collins, thank you for the super chat. There's no question attached to it, but thank you anyways. If you have a question, I will try to keep an eye out for it in the super chat, or in the regular chat. Robert Bush, thank you for the super chat. I recently rewatched Empire Strikes Back and wondered how Luke got his X-Wing back from Bespin since he left it on the Falcon. May the Force be with you. I think this came up in our last stream.
I recall talking about this recently, but I think that's just one of those movie things, like the same way. How did Han get his blaster back? I mean, Darth Vader took it from him.
That's true. Yeah.
And he has it again in Return of the Jedi. It's just that's his blaster. It would be weird to see him with something else, and they're just like, he's got it. When did Kylo Ren go back and get his helmet off a Starkiller base? Like, nah, he just has it because he needs to smash it in The Last Jedi, and maybe a stormtrooper grabbed it for him or something, but it's just a movie thing.
Maybe he had extras.
Yeah, he could have had just a shelf full of helmets.
Yeah. Which
would also explain why he has it at Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
But then why would he repair it?
Right.
So, A, just a movie thing that we're not really supposed to think about. B, it could have just been another X-Wing.
Yeah.
And they painted 5 red stripes on the wings. And
that's always what I thought, but I never really looked into things as much.
You know, that reminds me... Until I built this set.
Careful.
I'm being careful. Until I built this X-Wing set, I did not know that there were like different markings on the X-Wings. So this set came with Biggs, so you and Luke, so you could make it red 3 or red 5, and depending on what you wanted, you would put these stickers on it.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, there's 3 red stripes on this, because obviously I made the Biggs.
Who's in there?
General Merrick.
What? That's
Well,
wrong.
Yeah, but I have Biggs right there.
I know.
But yeah, I didn't even know that little bit about the stripes until like 2 years ago when this set came out.
We're learning new stuff every day. Toys are teaching us. Oh. Someone made a Corona joke. I forgot that I was drinking Corona. Oops. Ted Comment, thank you for the super chat. Question: what was Palpatine's plan to corrupt Anakin if Padme died in the first 10 minutes of Attack of the Clones? P.S. How was your 4th? So if Padme prematurely was killed, which was, I mean, that was definitely a danger.
Yeah, well, I don't know if Palpatine sanctioned that or not. Like, I often wonder, how much was Palpatine controlling? Was he like, hey, try to assassinate Padme? Maybe, because she was trying to stop the militarization of the Republic. I think at that point, she wasn't part of his plan. Anakin hadn't seen her for 10 years, and I do think that he was kind of hoping something like that would happen, because he's like, maybe General Kenobi could go keep watch over Padme and, bring along his Padawan. And
those two crazy kids might hit it off.
I think he was hoping that would happen, but I don't know that he was just dependent on Anakin falling in love with Padme. That's a lot of things to hope for.
Yeah,
and we know the way Palpatine is.
Yeah, he's a master planner and maybe also a master matchmaker.
I do like that idea that he was genuinely trying to get the you'd be so cute together.
Yeah.
Like, I ship it.
I ship it. How was our 4th? It was busy but fun. I mean, obviously we loved watching the last Clone Wars episode and talking about it, and
all the news that came out was really exciting.
Yeah, all the news. The Taika news was fun. The documentary was cool.
Yeah, I was not expecting like the Robert Rodriguez, Peyton Reed stuff. I mean, there were rumors that Robert Rodriguez was going to be in one of the new directors, but I was just like, okay, until it's confirmed, I'm going to assume otherwise.
Yeah. But
to have him like tweet him on the set really got me excited.
Yeah.
That's people ask all the time, like, who do you want to see direct a Star Wars? And usually I'm like, I don't really know.
A good director?
Yeah, like I have no good answer for that, but when Robert Rodriguez is like, I'm going to do something in Star Wars, I was like, yes. Like, that excites me so much. He seems kind of like a George Lucas-esque filmmaker where, like, the mariachi is so low budget, and, like, he just got it done. And that's the kind of filmmaker George Lucas was. So, not to mention, I just love Planet Terror. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see what he has to offer.
And I think he's going to fit. I mean, he makes Westerns.
Yeah.
Like, the mariachi is a type of Western, I would say, and it's a good fit for The Mandalorian.
TJ Meeks, thank you for the super chat. Do you think Jedi after The Rise of Skywalker might have to spacewalk, like Leia, through the asteroid field remains of Ilum / Starkiller for their lightsaber crystal? Why would they have to spacewalk?
I mean, they wouldn't do it with no suit on. But there's also Ilum became sacred to the Jedi.
Oh, right, because it's blown up, so
Right.
they went into space.
Ilum was sacred to the Jedi, but it's not the only place kyber crystals could be found.
Yeah. And plus, it got blown up pretty good.
Yeah, but so did the Death Star, and there was just a big old chunk of it.
That's true. I think they could, like, collect pieces of it in their ship. They wouldn't have to just go out and
Just like
spacewalk.
a space vacuum cleaner.
Yeah.
Well, they also said that it turned into a star because it sucked up a star and then it exploded into a new one. So I don't know. I don't know what the melting point of a kyber crystal is, but inside of a star feels like it wouldn't survive there.
Gavin Robinson, thank you for the super chat. These live chats are the next best thing to hanging out with your buds. Thank y'all. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is a lot of fun for us, and hopefully equally fun for you guys to watch. And I saw someone say that this is weirdly relaxing to watch. I mean, first of all, building Legos is pretty relaxing.
Yeah, this is very zen for me.
And then just, shooting the
stuff.
Shooting the
poodoo.
Shooting the poodoo. That doesn't work. Connor Boothby, I hope I'm saying that right. Thank you for the super chat. Can you name all weapons used by the Praetorian Guards?
Nope.
So
I cannot.
We've got
There are 4 of them, and there are 2 of each.
The double-sided knife that turns into 2. One disappears. We've got the stingy rope.
The stingy rope. Yeah.
The stingy rope.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the.
One of them's like an axe.
The stingy axe. Does that? I don't think that one stings.
What makes one of them sting and one of them not?
I don't know. I thought it had like a current, a vibroblade aspect. I guess they all do.
I think they do.
They're all vibroblades. There.
of a certain type. Well, not the rope sword.
The stingy.
The one that like is a sword, but then you can like flick it out and it turns into a chain.
That's what I.
That's the stingy sword.
What did I say?
I can't remember.
The extra long sword, or the extra long staff.
I thought that was the axe.
I don't know.
The answer is no, we can't. But the magical disappearing knife is.
Mm-hmm.
People don't know, but Praetorian Guards are just great at sleight of hand.
Yeah, it's Disney magic. I am BLT. Thank you for another super chat. Toy Story Alien dash the Claw. Yes, we should make a Toy Story.
The Claw.
Ooh. They should make a Toy Story spin-off all about White Claw. I think that goes with their whole message, right?
They're doing those like Forky Asks a Question shorts. They should just have one where one of the little aliens is drunk on the claw.
So how old is Andy in the last?
In 4? He's in college at that point.
Oh well, he's definitely drinking White Claw.
Yeah. Let's just pretend he took one of those aliens with him to college.
Yeah.
And it gets to hang out and drink Claw.
B. Kenobi, thank you for the super chat. Out of curiosity, how long does it take to put together an average video? Love them all. Depends.
Average? So let's say something like 5 minutes. It still depends on how knowledgeable I am about the thing. Because some take research.
How much research you have to do, then you have to write.
I'd guess
a script.
4 to 8 hours per video for like a 3 to 5 minute thing.
Yeah, and the timeline took How many hours do you think the current
I don't know.
May 4th time? Because that video is almost an hour long.
I already have no sense of time in quarantine.
Right, yeah.
So I just like would sit down and start working and then be like, when is it? I haven't eaten in a day.
Is that including render time?
No.
So, yeah.
Render time is like Animal Crossing time for me. I'm like, all right, I can rest. Just
Yeah.
let my computer do all the work.
Speaking of, now that the Clone Wars is over and we've got the canon timeline video done, Alex is going to attempt to replace a few things in his computer.
Oh yeah, my computer has been slowly failing. I've been noticing some weird behavior for a while, just like my motherboard is dying, and so like USB ports have slowly been not working anymore. Sometimes it just wouldn't even recognize a hard drive when I booted it up. So I got a new motherboard, and I'm probably gonna swap that out tonight. Like, but while I was doing the canon timeline, like stuff was not working, and I was not having it.
You were not having it. Yeah, so now that we've got a lot of the important stuff out of the way, he can...
I didn't want to risk, like, fixing my computer only to break it.
Right, yeah.
And then be real in trouble.
Elijah Neal, thank you for keeping the super chat chain going and giving us another one. What's your favorite Star Wars time period? Also, thank you for creating awesome content. Even though I might not deserve it, you deserve all of the super chats you've ever gotten. So thank you once again.
Thanks,
Aww.
man. That's very nice.
Thank you. And you deserve our awesome content. Everyone does.
We don't deserve you, again.
Favorite Star Wars time period?
I mean, it's the one that I was introduced to, the Galactic Civil War. I love the old Rebel look.
Yeah.
I love X-Wings. I love A-Wings. I love B-Wings. Y-Wings are fine.
Y-Wings, not a fan. No opinion.
Kind of hoping Thomas is here.
I'm kidding. I have no problem with Y-Wing. I think I like Y-Wings probably more than you do.
That's probably true.
I don't know. I like them all equally for different reasons.
Oh, cop out.
Cop out. But I will say the sequel trilogy, just because, and I've said this before, like, since we started the channel, I got more and more and more into the franchise, and just like being a woman relating to Rey as another woman,
Yeah.
it I think connected with me more, even though, I mean, I love Leia in the original trilogy and she's awesome, but just having the main character be Rey, I don't know, I really like the sequel trilogy.
I mean,
I didn't know how to feel about the last movie, but I think overall that time period might be my favorite. But original trilogy is a close second.
I mean, I don't think that those two are very far off, which that's one of my gripes with the sequel trilogy, is that it's like, okay, Rebels and Empire again. I think I would go original trilogy, prequel trilogy, sequel trilogy. Only, like, I really like most of the sequel trilogy movies, but it wasn't new for me. But, like, I absolutely understand the people who are like, oh, it's a character that is like me, that I can more easily relate to. I always had Luke and Han and Biggs.
But you could never grow the mustache.
Right. No, Luke didn't have a mustache. Han didn't have a mustache. I'm represented by my...
Yeah. Chad Matisse, thank you for the super chat. Have you played the new DLC for Fallen Order? And if so, what do you think of it?
Haven't played it yet.
Probably waiting until we fix the computer.
Well, there's that. Because it is on the hard drive that sometimes just doesn't work. For no reason. also, like, I'm in the middle of my Grandmaster playthrough, and it's like anytime I don't know, I feel like if I'm gonna play Fallen Order at this point, I should stream it.
Mm-hmm.
But once I do that, I will probably do a New Game Plus. I'm excited that they did that, so now you can use all your cosmetics, which I saw a pretty funny meme. So early on in the game, the second sister comes to Braca, and she's like, I've heard rumors that one of you is a Jedi. And then it cuts to Cal, who's like in full Inquisitor outfit.
Oh, that's
Which,
fun.
that's a good joke.
But yeah, we are gonna continue that stream of his Jedi Master playthrough at some point. We're taking next week off, but I mean, doing a live stream isn't too hard.
We'll see, like...
We'll see if the computer survives the operation soon to happen, and we'll see how our next week is feeling since we're sort of taking a week off. But there's still going to be videos every day.
Oh, yeah. There will still be videos every day, and the streams will come back. I don't know if it'll be next week or the week after, but just going to see how I'm feeling.
Jack Aspido, thank you for the super chat. If you were a smuggler, what kind of freighter would you fly to transport your shipments? I personally would love to fly a G9 rigger like the Twilight. It's older, but there's lots of cargo space. What is the Twilight? That sounds familiar. The G9
I'm honestly blanking.
rigger.
Oh, it almost can't... It's like on the tip of my brain. It's one of those.
Let me look it up.
That's annoying. This is what I hate about when, like, there's something trivia that I'm like, oh, I know this. I will say that I think I would prefer something like the Ghost, or even... Oh, yeah, duh.
Anakin
and the thing they steal from Teth.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want that.
Don't they call it a piece of junk several
Piece of junk, bucket of bolts, everything
times?
that the Millennium Falcon gets called.
Yeah.
See, I think I'd prefer the Ghost. I really like...
It's super big. It's bigger than the
big.
Falcon.
Well, I made jokes back in season 1 about how similar the show was to Firefly.
Mm-hmm.
Even I made that, like... I forgot I made that. The credits recreation. I took the Firefly credits, but made Rebels in that style.
Mm-hmm.
Because the Ghost is so similar to the Firefly, or the Serenity. And, like, every crew member has their own room and a little space to call their own. I think I would want that.
Yeah. Having a little bunk.
Yeah. I mean, like, I think it was said that Lando's cape closet got turned into Chewbacca's room, which means that he has to go through Han's room to get to his room. Like, I need my own space.
I kind of liked was it the Beluga class?
The Baleen class.
The Baleen class freighter.
That's like a mansion.
Well, yeah,
What do you need that much space for?
it's like a big square. That's what was that ship called?
I remember.
Give me a hint.
Starts with an E.
Oh, the Eravana.
Yep.
So, yes, the Eravana from The Force Awakens, where Han and Chewie are hauling Rathtars. Yeah, I'd go with that.
That's way too much.
You don't know what I'm hauling?
That's like, I mean, when you see the Falcon get eaten up by this thing, I'm like, who needs that much? If you're hauling Rathtars, sure, but...
Maybe I'm hauling Rathtars.
I don't...
You no longer get to tease me about this. Thank you for the super chat. Rebels Numa having Boyle on her arm makes me cry.
That was a very nice callback to the Clone Wars.
Yeah.
Which do they like go into what happens to Waxer and Boyle? I don't think we're at that point in our Clone Wars rewatch, and I can't recall. But yeah, I really like those two clones. I like that Numa even seems to have like part of their armor.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we've got a lot to catch up on. Max Manley, thank you for the super chat. Have you played any of the Fantasy Flight game, Star Wars miniature games?
Yeah.
Yes.
Played Imperial Assault. We're actually we recently started a campaign on Tabletop Simulator.
Yeah.
For Imperial Assault.
Because we can't see anyone in person.
Yeah, so I've been playing that, and when you play it in VR, to move across the table, you literally have to use your hands to like crawl, which is fun but tiring.
No, I don't. I think most people don't play it in VR. Or is it meant to be played in VR?
I don't know. I think it's probably easier to not play it in VR, but it's still fun to like pick up your piece and move it physically. We've also played the X-Wing minis game. I still have my minis around here somewhere. I think that's it. I've never played Rebellion. I've never played Armada. But the two that I've played, I enjoy.
Yeah.
We've been... we played the Lord of the Rings game, too, that's very similar to Imperial Assault. I like it more than Imperial Assault, actually.
I remember, this was years ago, but we had a friend... we were going to get him drunk and make him play the X-Wing game with us. And one of the first things he said was, "Where's the board? This game doesn't have a board. It's not a board game." We were like, use your imagination. Ted Comet, thank you for the super chat. Remember the genius plan of hiding Padme on Naboo?
Yeah. The last place they'll look.
Yeah.
Her home world.
Right.
I mean, they hid Luke on Tatooine, so people don't know how to hide people in Star Wars. That's just a Star Wars thing.
Caleb Diaz, thank you for the super chat, says Parks and Rec reunion or Siege of Mandalore?
The Siege of Mandalore.
Yeah, because, I mean, Parks and Rec is perfect as is. Like, it doesn't really need more to it. I did really enjoy their quarantine episode.
I just thought it was fine. Like, it was nice for everyone's annoyed and stuck inside, and it's like, oh, they did a nice thing for a good cause. But I didn't think it was all that funny. It was like, this'll do.
Yeah.
But if it were Parks and Rec is coming back for season 8, and that's what they came up with, then I'd be like, but
it had a proper ending, and
yeah.
and Clone Wars didn't. So I think that's the main difference. Ted Comment, thank you for the super chat. Question: Bad Batch movie directed by Tarantino.
I don't know that I want.
I don't want Tarantino to touch Star Wars. I'll just put that out there.
I think I agree.
I think he would royally F it up. Or make it amazing. It's like one of the two extremes for me.
I know he was talking about doing like a Star Trek movie. And even that, not being like a massive Trek fan, I was like, I don't know. I haven't, well, we still haven't seen the latest Tarantino movie, but like, we like Tarantino. I just don't think I like him for Star Wars.
Yeah.
I like him just doing his own thing.
Right.
But I mean, he and Robert Rodriguez are very good friends. We've worked closely together before, but for whatever reason, Rodriguez to me, I'm like, oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Tarantino is good at what he does, but he's got like a very specific thing that he does, and it's not screaming Star Wars to me.
To be fair, like he does, I would consider him to be kind of a Lucas-ish filmmaker too, in the way that I said Robert Rodriguez was.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. He's not someone that I'm like, yeah, let's definitely get Tarantino to do a Star Wars movie.
Ahsoka Tano, thank you for the super chat. Please,
what? You're supposed to be hiding.
Please put the baby Yoda in a comfy bed, please. Well, I'm still working on making him his own bed, but I'll just put him here for now.
I'm surprised. Where'd you put? Oh.
Oh, my little black series.
That came today.
Baby Yoda, you're not gonna be able to see this. It's tiny. But yeah, I opened him up. And I also opened up our Mando so that I could pose them together.
Yeah, I have absolutely nothing against opening up action figures. In fact, I have done it all my life. But for whatever reason, I hadn't opened up the Mando. I still haven't opened up my Cal Kestis and Second Sister. But, like, yeah, this is what drove us to open it finally.
Colin Harvey, thank you for the super chat. What's your opinion on Kathleen Kennedy? I think she's a kick-ass lady.
Me too.
She's a hashtag girl boss. Wait, is it girl boss?
I don't know.
There's a book. It's gotta be girl boss. I don't know.
She has made some of my favorite movies of all time.
She's an incredible producer.
So, there you go. I'm for her. But, like, also...
That sounded very much like Craig. I'm for her.
I'm also just someone who doesn't really pay attention or care about, like, the leadership at Lucasfilm. Whenever she inevitably retires, whoever is put in her place, I'm gonna be like, yeah, okay, whatever. Just keep making Star Wars movies. Some I'm gonna like and some I won't, and that's fine.
Jungleface Productions, thank you for the super chat. Hey guys, as someone who likes listening to podcasts while I game and go on walks, y'all need to keep uploading your vids to Apple Podcasts. You are correct. I have slacked very much on uploading stuff on our podcast feed. We do have a podcast feed. We're on Apple, Spotify, I think most places where you can find podcasts, but yeah, I haven't been uploading on there. I need to fix that. Connor Boothby, thank you for the super chat. If all clones are obviously clones, then how come we see different clones use different dominant hands throughout the Clone Wars show and movies? That might be something where...
I don't know if that's a genetic thing. I honestly don't know.
Yeah, that might be something where DNA and genetics doesn't play a major role. I don't know if there are any, like, scientists in the chat. Maybe they could help us out with that one. But I do know that you can, if you start from an early age, you can teach yourself to be ambidextrous. Yeah. So being dominant with both hands.
Well, I mean, like one of the big things that George Lucas wanted to say, and this he even recently said this in that interview with him and Dave Filoni with David W. Collins, shout out to the soundtrack show. So he was talking about how he wanted to be like, yeah, just because you're clones, like even if you are identical to the person next to you, like you're going to have a different life experience. And these clones were all put up with different Jedi and stuff, and so Rex becomes very Anakin-like because that's the person who quote-unquote raised him.
Yeah.
And then Cody is more by the book because he was with Obi-Wan, and so it was supposed to be like a nature versus nurture thing, and I have no idea if hand dominance is genetic or if it's just whatever the baby chooses to use. Maybe things are more often placed on their left side, and so they have to get better with their left hand. Mm-hmm. So
how we doing over here, by the way?
This just about to finish.
Doesn't look like a ship at all.
That's an A-wing. That's an A-wing. How dare you?
It's looking pretty bare bones.
It is the bones. I'm about to make a chair.
Okay. Oh, and then we'll put on part of the nose, I think.
Yeah.
09 Black Cobalts, thank you for the super chat. May the Schwartz be with you.
I haven't watched Spaceballs in a long time.
Me neither.
And that reminds me that Ken Napzok was recently saying that he was pushing for the Star Wars Schmodown to include Spaceballs.
That would be such a a conflict of interest, I feel like.
I'd be fine with it. I mean,
Yeah.
it'd be a new challenge.
Sure. M. Jallied, I think that says. Thank you for the super chat. Why on YouTube I can't find Mandalorian episode 3 of your breakdown?
I think there was a reason we didn't do one. Or,
Oh, is that the one from the cabin?
no, that was 6, and we did do a breakdown for that one. I think there was one episode that there was a reason we couldn't do it, and I can't remember why. We may have done it late, so, and I may have forgotten to add it to the playlist, but I'm trying to remember why we would have not done one.
Best bet is to look up the date of when the episode aired and then go to that date in our videos and just see if it's there somewhere within that week or 2 or 3. But yeah, that's...
Wait, you were gone. You were at a bachelorette party because I watched that episode alone because I remember filming my reaction to all the Mandalorians flying in. Mm-hmm. That's why.
Yeah, I was in North Georgia drinking lots of wine and having fun in a hot tub. G. Collins, thank you again for another super chat. Still no question. Maybe I'm missing a question in the chat, but thank you. Anyways.
All right. It's 8:30. One more bag.
One more bag.
We'll do bag 3, and then we'll go get some food.
All right. I'll let you tackle this question. I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Okay.
Do you want another cloth?
Yes, please. Yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh my gosh, really? You're the one? Hilo did fine. Hilo didn't knock anything over.
I didn't do it. Fine.
Ted Comet, thank you for the super chat. Why do I like Biggs so much? Just wondering. That's a valid question. Biggs kind of represents the start of my exploration into the Star Wars fandom. I will say that it was kind of not a joke at first. Like, I always thought that it would be a good dog name, and then we had a beagle, and I named him Biggs. This was before we even had this channel. And I just thought that was the best name for a dog. And so that was part of it, to be like, it's my dog, and he's my favorite. So Biggs will be my favorite now. But like looking back on it, there's a reason that I loved that name so much. And it's because it was like my introduction to not even just the bigger world of Star Wars, but just filmmaking. Because I remember looking through making of books and seeing these pictures of Biggs and Luke, and Biggs has a cape on, and they're on Tatooine, and me being like, that's the same guy from the end of the movie that blows up, and wondering what the deal with that was, and like, why wasn't this in the movie? They obviously shot it. I didn't know what deleted scenes were, and this was a point in time where like it was just VHS. We didn't have DVDs with deleted scenes, and one of my friends and I went on a quest to find this deleted scene because it was on a CD-ROM called, I think, Making the Magic. It was all about Star Wars. It was like, it came with a LucasArts set. And so we did all this work to unlock this deleted scene, which in the end isn't really that good, but it still was just this introduction for like, oh man, that's Luke's best friend. And there he is at the Battle of Yavin. And then the special editions came out, and it was like, oh, we get that big scene at Yavin where they hang out for a little bit. And I remember being a little heartbroken when Biggs is like, they'll never stop us. And it felt like I was just kind of in the know, where I knew who Biggs was. And not everyone in that theater did, but I knew the significance of all of that. So yeah, I think that's why I love Biggs. And then after naming my dog Biggs, it just snowballed from there. And It's so easy. Like, this is what I tell people now. Pick a favorite character that isn't like all that big in the movies, and it's so easy to collect everything. That's like every piece of Biggs merchandise that you can get, and I did it in an afternoon. So yeah, that is why I love Biggs.
Did you talk the entire time I was out?
Yeah. I can keep talking about Biggs. I will say that, like, my Disney era Biggs character is General Merrick.
Another mustache to love.
That's why I put him in Biggs's X-Wing, because I was like, well, if my Lego Biggs is going to go here, someone has to sit in Biggs's X-Wing.
Hi, puppers.
So yeah, I love Merrick, and I hope that where's the Funko Pop? Where's the Black Series? I want to collect Merrick stuff now.
Yeah, fun fact, the only way you could get that General Merrick Lego was if you got the Christmas advent calendar. Okay, I'm so behind. Okay. Oh no, I lost my spot again. I'm out of breath. Okay. Josh Mansfield, thank you for the super chat. What do you think Vader thought when he saw Mori?
Oh, Morai?
Morai. Yeah.
I already made. Well, you'll see it Saturday where I make this joke where he's just like, "That's that dang bird again." Like,
yeah, we do talk about this quite a bit in the Q&A coming up on Saturday, but I feel like he doesn't. Either he has no idea what the bird means, or I was saying that because he is so connected to the Force and Force sensitive that maybe he sensed the daughter and was like, oh, the daughter's connected to Ahsoka. Maybe this is a sign Ahsoka's still alive, and he just kind of like pushes that out of his memory and pretends that she's dead.
Well, it's hard to say because we don't, like, nobody except for Dave Filoni really knows what Morai is about. What her connection with Ahsoka or the daughter really is. Like, is that literally the daughter? Or is it just a spirit animal that is connected to her somehow? We can't say for sure yet. But what did Vader think when he saw it? I don't know. He might have just thought it was a bird. Like, he might not have known it yet. That might have been the first time he ever saw Morai.
Yeah. Ted Comment, thank you for another super chat. Everyone forgets the Twilight. We certainly did. So you're not wrong. Shayla Starkley, thank you for another super chat. I feel the appearance of the Final Order really took away from the First Order being a credible threat. What do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we were both not super fans of the idea of the Final Order.
It's just like it seemed, and it's hard to really complain about this because Attack of the Clones is insanely convoluted, but, and maybe that's just Palpatine's MO.
Yeah.
But it felt like just this extra thing where the relationship between the First Order and the Final Order was so unclear because, and even the visual dictionary doesn't really seem to know everything that, like, it was Sith people on Exegol working on this the whole time, and then the First Order is, like, surprised by the appearance of this fleet, but then
Sith worshippers.
Yeah. Sith acolytes.
Yeah.
People on Exegol. So then the First Order is surprised by this fleet, but then Pride is, like, not really. It's like maybe some people knew about it, but, like, I'm just saying, in the film it's very unclear, and it's like, yeah, I guess the First Order is just,
I mean, the idea of
who cares anymore?
The First Order, Kylo Ren, Snoke, all of that. The Rise of Skywalker shows you that all of that was a plan by Palpatine. It was all just kind of like a ruse to temporarily get Kylo Ren to where he was at, and
just keep chaos in the galaxy.
Right, keep chaos afoot in the galaxy. Take out the New Republic, probably.
Yeah. But I agree. It just feels like the last movie, The First Order, is just, well, that doesn't matter anymore. Which is kind of the same as like the New Republic. Yeah. They're just like, there's a New Republic. Oh, it's gone.
Bikey, thank you for the super chat. I'll wait to get my question answered in the Q&A. So stoked that it was picked. Keep up the good work. Enjoy your break. I do remember answering that one because we just filmed that a couple hours ago.
We certainly did.
Salad Von Bako, thank you for the super chat. Molly, you were mentioned on a special SEN live stream just now as a possible free agent that a team might pick up for the movie trivia schmodown for the Star Wars tournament.
What?
Interesting.
Wow.
I did hear about that they were looking for free agents, and that the factions were going to pick up a few of them. Interesting. I will have to look further into that. Oscar Vasquez, thank you for the super chat. I'm also anti-Y-Wing. Do you like the U-Wing?
The B-Wing?
The U-Wing.
Oh, U-Wing? Yeah, I'd like the U-Wing.
I really like the U-Wing.
I see, what I like about the U-Wing is that it has such a unique purpose.
Mm-hmm.
And the Y-Wing's a bomber. Like, I do like that these ships have different uses, and I love that in the Rogue One, the Y-Wing actually gets to be a bomber. Like, they treated it like a bomber, and that's awesome. So, and I don't hate the Y-Wing. I just always like whenever you play it in Rogue Squadron or anything, it's so slow. It's the slow ship. But yeah, the U-Wing's cool.
The Kitty Daw, thank you for the super chat. What's your favorite Lego Star Wars death sound? Is that a thing? Lego Star Wars.
Unfortunately,
death sound.
I feel bad because thank you so much for the super chat, but I don't think I'm familiar enough with Lego Star Wars to know the different sounds.
I don't.
Is the Wilhelm scream one?
Yeah, that's what I first thought was the Wilhelm scream, but I don't know if they do that in the Lego games. Shayla Starkley, thank you again for another super chat. Where do the Sith go when they need to go shopping?
The Darth Maul.
They go to a mall. But
I got it before I looked at it.
Yeah, well. There's not a lot
improv lessons.
There's not a lot of like silly Star Wars kind of like dad jokes that we don't already know.
I'm trying to think of like shop names that would have Dooku in them.
Ted Comment, thanks again for another super chat. The reason the clones differ on blaster hands is because Jango would dual wield pistols. Also, did you watch Lego Masters? Did that start?
Well, it's on like Fox or something. And no, I have not watched that show, although I do like Will Arnett a lot, but I know he hosts it. That's about all I know about it.
Interesting, though, that maybe Jango Fett was ambidextrous, and so the clones got to just choose.
Maybe. I mean, Rex shoots with both hands.
Yeah.
So did Jesse. Yeah, maybe they were all ambidextrous.
Elijah Neal, thank you for the super chat. I'm surprised you haven't built a shrine to Biggs yet. I don't know if you can see it that well.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's hard to see, but...
Everything in this square is Biggs. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 figures.
Did you get this one?
The 13
Did you get TIE Fighter Bigs?
13 figures, a car, a ship, a card, 2 comics, a book. But yeah, there's a lot back there. I would consider that a shrine. Connor Boothby, thank you for another super chat. If the E11 droid blaster was built to become extremely hot when fired, so organics can't use them,
That's news to me, honestly.
comes we see Padme use one and attack the clones? Or how come we see Padme use one and attack the clones?
I would guess that was maybe it was a feature that they added later. I would say maybe that's a Legends thing. But I don't know. Honestly, I've never heard that before. But maybe they added that feature after the fact, so organics couldn't use it. Kind of like the way the droids used to all be controlled by a droid control ship until one got blown up and they all fell apart. So they were like, maybe we shouldn't do it that way.
That's very true. SSK286, thank you for the super chat. Thoughts on the sequel trilogy being about identity issues, both literally and figuratively speaking?
Yeah, I mean,
Rey finding out she's a Palpatine and having to choose to be a good guy and not give in to
Finn
her.
is a stormtrooper that has no identity, that has to find his own. Luke fears that his identity is just a legend that he can't live up to. Yeah, I think that's very astute.
Avenging Archangel, thank you for the super chat. What is the best vacation you guys have ever had? It can either be a place that you went by yourselves, together, or with whomever.
I think Italy is my favorite place that we've ever been.
Yeah, when we went to Venice, that was pretty awesome.
Venice is probably my favorite city.
It rained a little bit more than I had hoped. But I really, really loved Venice, and I can't wait to go back to Italy and go to other cities there. But I gotta say, Hawaii.
Yeah, that was our honeymoon. And Hawaii's great.
Our honeymoon in Hawaii was amazing because we stayed on Oahu.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like on a very remote part of the island. It was like the North Shore, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a, what do you call it?
Resort?
Yeah, a resort. So, I mean, we weren't getting the, like, true Hawaii experience probably by staying at a resort, but comfort-wise, just, like, amenities everywhere. We got massages, we learned, well, I was about to say we learned how to surf, but we attempted to surf one time. And like our room was great. We had a great view. The food was amazing. The pool was amazing. The beach, all of it was just so relaxing.
We did go deeply into debt, but it was worth it.
Well, we were 26 when we got married?
25.
25. So at the time, yeah, we were like, you know what, we're gonna go big with both the wedding and the honeymoon. So, but we're out of that debt now, thankfully. But if you guys ever get a chance to go to Hawaii and you want to stay at a resort, go to Turtle Bay. That's the one that we stayed at. It's also the one from Forgetting Sarah Marshall, fun fact.
That's why I chose it.
Yeah, and it's amazing. I can't wait to go back. Oh, and I was going to say, there are wild cats just roaming around the resort. So that was amazing. Rod Films, thank you for the super chat. What is your most controversial / unpopular opinion about Star Wars? If you don't have one, who's your most underrated character? I hope y'all are doing well. A controversial, unpopular opinion.
I've got one that is unwise to say now, but I'll say it.
You're on your second White Claw.
I think that the Clone Wars has better episodes and more better episodes than Star Wars Rebels, but I prefer the linear approach.
The what?
To Rebels. Linear. I prefer the linear approach of Star Wars Rebels, where we just follow a set group of characters throughout instead of jumping around between a bunch of different characters and in the timeline. That's it.
I'm trying to think of a good controversial one for me.
I mean, you already said that the sequel trilogy was your favorite, so
that's not that controversial. I'll since we're getting real and we're nearing the end of the stream, I'll say something that I don't think I've said before, but I feel like there's a lot of pressure as a female to say that they loved Rose's character and to put a bunch of support behind her and to be a fan of her character. Granted, I think she got definitely the short stick as far as the Rise of Skywalker goes. Like, she barely got to do anything. However, her introduction in The Last Jedi and the whole kiss at the end, I wasn't a fan. I don't think that has anything to do with the treatment of Kelly Marie Tran. I think that was atrocious. But there's my controversial opinion that I feel like there's a lot of pressure to say you love Kelly Marie, or not Kelly, that you love Rose just to support the character in general, but I didn't really love her character that much.
I mean, I think a lot of that is true for all of just The Last Jedi. Like, it's not my favorite Star Wars movie by a long shot, but it's just there's this, you better either love it or hate it. There's no middle ground, and I'm kind of like...
Yeah.
Like, there's some stuff in it that I love, and there's some stuff in it that I'm like, I could do without that.
I mean,
that's fine.
After watching Tross, it made me love The Last Jedi even more, and it's up there with Rogue One as being one of the most rewatchable ones, I think, for me.
See, I disagree. Like, it
is too long. All movies are too long.
It's very long, but it's also, like, it's heady. Is that the word? Like, just, it's very cerebral. And, like, honestly, this might just... I like my Star Wars to just be fun. But I think it's important to have the occasional, like, hey, we're going to make a movie that says something, or else what are we doing here? And, like, I think all Star Wars movies have something to say, but, like, ultimately, I just love lightsabers and starfighters, but I'll say that I think The Last Jedi made me really think about what I was watching for the first time and really start to think about Star Wars.
I've seen a couple other people bring up the Schmodown stuff. I have been contacted since I read that.
Really?
Uh-huh. So, yeah, that's interesting. If you don't watch the Schmodown, that's fine. It's really fun to watch, and especially if you like movie trivia. But they're doing a Star Wars tournament, it sounds like, later this month, which doesn't give me a ton of time to study if I decide to participate. But it'll be between several people, and then yeah, whoever.
8-player tournament that gets whittled down to a number 1 contender. Whoever wins the tournament faces me.
Right. And I don't want to play you in Star Wars trivia because I know I would lose unless I just got super lucky.
It can happen.
Yeah, it definitely could happen. Let me scroll back up. A couple people are saying that they agree with both of us. And I don't think anything about Rose's character ruined The Last Jedi for me.
Absolutely not. The kiss to me was also just like a what?
The kiss is the only thing. Like I honestly didn't mind Canto Bite. I thought it was pretty cool actually. It was very different for Star Wars in general, but the kiss at the end made me in the theater be like, wait a second. I don't like that at all. That's not.
It felt like it came out of left field. I mean, she'd been kind of like ragging on Finn the whole time. See, like that's just the thing is people say that they deal in absolutes where it's like this thing is either the best thing that's ever happened or it ruined Star Wars. And it's like, you know, you can like I wasn't crazy about The Rise of Skywalker like for a lot of reasons, and I'm like, oh well, like I still love Star Wars and lightsabers, and Babu Frick is a treasure. So just, oh no, there was a movie you didn't really like. You can live.
Andrew McCarthy asks, "Would you let me win?" Absolutely
No.
not.
No.
Someone also asked to see the belt. It's very heavy, but oh my gosh. I wish I knew the name of the person who made this, but here it is.
Yeah, a Schmodown fan made that.
It's got movie trivia,
It says
Schmodown champion in Arbesh.
Yes.
So yeah. As long as it stays in our house, I'm fine.
Yeah, like I would love it if you won the tournament because then there's no pressure on me. I'm like, yeah, if I lose, at least it's still here.
But yeah, that was nice of Christian to let us bring it home since we're in Atlanta and they're all in LA because no one's been able to beat Alex.
I am currently the longest running Schmodown champion. But, I mean, part of that's because they don't have as many Star Wars matches. So.
Someone said I should join the Rockstars so that if I have to play Alex, your co-studying doesn't benefit some other faction. I mean, that would make sense, but...
Did Roxy say that?
Is that Roxy? No, I don't think so. Have I considered making my own videos for the channel? Not really. There's one video that I talked about making a long time ago, and I might still make it, but...
Whenever you want.
I know. Did we pre-order the child sideshow collectible figure? You know we did. You know that we did. We pre-ordered...
I think that was part of your Christmas present.
We pre-ordered just about all the Baby Yoda stuff, and I can't wait to get it. So excited. How are we doing over here?
Good. This bag is probably wrapping up, so I just want to give people like a warning because it's almost 9. So yeah, we're gonna finish this, and then any super chats that are still left, we'll make sure to answer them.
Oh, this reminds me. Salad Von Bako says the child Chia Pet comes out in July. I still need to order that one because someone sent it to me. And I was like, of course I have to have it. It's only like $20.
It's your Biggs. But the problem is there's already more Baby Yoda merch than there is Biggs merch because they know. They know what they've done.
He makes little baby So cute.
What is this doing?
I don't know if you guys heard Hilo barking.
Oh, all right. I see.
Yes, he does make sounds.
Some of them sound like farts.
Yeah, they kind of sound like farts. Oh, that might be what Hilo's barking.
Yep.
Oh, he's okay, buddy.
You guys okay?
Avenging Archangel, thank you for the super chat. After watching The Siege of Mandalore, I felt the urge to watch Revenge of the Sith. Man, does that arc really enhance my enjoyment of that film, which I already love. I completely agree. We have not gotten a chance to watch Revenge of the Sith since seeing that arc yet, but I absolutely want to.
Yeah.
And I want to watch all the supercuts that people have made of all the different scenes lining up. I'm so excited. I guess if I decide to play in this Star Wars thing, then I'm gonna have to study. Toss out some movie trivia for me, guys.
We're already wrapping up. You're going to start a new segment?
Well, not in super chats, just if I see a good... Oh, I saw this one earlier. Who speaks first in all 12 films? So, C-3PO.
Yep. If you need help, I'll give you lines.
C-3PO. Luke?
Mm-hmm.
C-3PO. Or R2.
For Return of the Jedi?
Yeah. Is that not right?
No. Honestly, all right, well, see, some of them have, like...
Aren't they on Tatooine?
Yeah, but that's not where the movie starts. Some of the movies have characters who speak first, and it's like they don't have names.
Okay, well, remind me how Return of the Jedi starts.
It's at the second Death Star. We shouldn't get too wrapped up into this.
Vader?
No.
Moff Gerard?
No.
Emperor?
No, like just a random guy.
Oh. Okay, random guy. And then... I'll go prequels, I guess. Obi-Wan?
No.
Damn. Qui-Gon? Or is it the captain?
Honestly, not like. I think it's Qui-Gon.
Isn't it Qui-Gon asking?
This is taking a long time, and we.
Just saying something about we're approaching something.
I think he says, "Captain, tell them we wish to land."
Yeah. Okay. We'll come back to that. Ted comment, thank you for another generous super chat. I have nothing against Rose. I just don't have any feelings, positive or negative, for her as a character, and the kiss seemed like they were checking off an inclusivity box. I don't think it was that, like an inclusivity box. I think it was part of Rose's character to just
I think they
give that a shot at the end.
The line of "That's how we're gonna win," not fighting what we hate, but saving what we love. Even though, like, in the moment, that's something that I kind of went like, all right, like, I don't know if that pertains to war, but in the context of Star Wars and in a fantasy movie, like, that is a very Star Wars message. That's how Luke wins. That's how he saves his father. So I think they just wanted to get to a point where they could deliver that line, and so that's why the kiss happened. Mm-hmm. The line is great. I still think the kiss comes out of left field, but it is what it is.
M. Jolly, thank you for the super chat. He or she says that their Baby Yoda merchandise came today.
Yeah, we got our Black Series today.
Still waiting on A couple other things. We didn't pre-order all of the stuff, but we pre-ordered the animatronic one, the sideshow one. I need to pre-order the Chia Pet because I think that's funny. The Funko Pops I don't think will be that hard to get, so I don't think I pre-ordered those. Someone said Jar Gerard is who speaks first.
I'm pretty sure it's someone in the shuttle or in the...
Don't they land on the Death Star and they walk out and it's him?
Yeah, but before that...
And he says, dispense of the pleasantries.
But before that, random Imperial number 6 has a line.
We'll just have to watch all the movies to find out. Episode 2... Obi-Wan? No. Wait, no. I'm thinking of Revenge of the Sith. Is that Obi-Wan? Or
nope.
Anakin? They're in the fight in that one. Episode 2 is...
Pretty sure it's another random person.
Yeah, I don't know.
Pretty sure it's just Senator. We're making our final approach into Coruscant, and it's...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's when the bomb happens. Force Awakens is... Oh, what's his name? Lor Santeca.
Mm-hmm.
Last Jedi
This
is Rey.
Nope.
No?
Mm-mm.
Oh, no. It's, is it Poe?
Nope. This is a kind of a tough one.
Is it Tally?
Nope.
Is it Connix?
Yes, I think. It's either Connix or the guy that she's with.
Oh, right. They're on Dakar.
This feels like it should be a lot. Oh, there we go.
And the Rise of Skywalker, it is... Is it Hux?
Mm-mm.
Isn't the first scene Kylo looking for the Wayfinder?
Uh-huh.
Does he have any lines?
Nope.
Y'all, my brain is broken.
Yeah.
What? Who is it?
Palpatine, I think.
Oh, like when Kylo goes...
Yeah, it's like silent for a while, and then he gets to Exegol, and Palpatine says, "At last."
I thought Hux had a line in there somewhere about, do we really need to do this?
That was deleted.
Oh, okay. When are they releasing a Baby Biggs plushie for Alex? Aw. I mean, we've got... I don't want to knock all this stuff down, but this is a fan-made, like, felt Biggs plushie that someone gave to us at Star Wars Celebration last year, I think.
Yes. I think I did something wrong.
Oh, boy.
And it's already late, and I don't want to spend a lot of time fixing it, so I'll just fix it in between now and the next stream.
Chew_Baka1138, thank you for the super chat. Random guy says, inform the commander that Lord Vader's shuttle has arrived.
Yep.
Okay, there we go. I mean, this is not a question that they would ask on the Schmodown, like, who speaks first in every single Star Wars movie. It might be like, who speaks first in episode 2. But it would have to be an answer that is like a fairly, it couldn't be random guy. It had to have to be like they would have to have a name. Oh yeah, in the Clone Wars movie. Is it Wolf Yularen?
Oh yeah, I guess so. Well, the narrator.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what I did? Yep, that's what I did.
Ooh. Garrett Clement in the chat says, I helped paint the A-wing in Disney World. Some behind the scenes on my Instagram. Also worked on the hyperdrive in the cantina.
That's awesome.
That's really cool. We still haven't been to the Disney World Galaxy's Edge, but I would love to go because I love Disney World. I like Epcot because you can get super day drunk and just walk around Disney. Oh, Clone Wars movie is random dialogue from clone troopers during the logo. Yeah. Ted comment, thank you for the super chat. Have you seen Baby Jar Jar? Is that a thing?
It's the baby Gungan, I think, from the Clone Wars.
Oh, yeah. Someone earlier said that they would have liked to have seen Jar Jar make a cameo in Episode 9. Would you have been okay with that?
It's fine.
I mean,
I could take it or leave it.
After what they wrote about him in the Aftermath book, it was like, I don't know that he needed to be in another movie. Oh man. Salad Von Bako said, thank you for the super chat, says, breaking news, Ken Knapsack was just traded with 2 others to the Burning Droogs for Ethan Irwin. I don't know what any of that means.
Burning Droogs is another faction.
I know Ken. I don't know that I know Ethan.
You'd recognize him, I think. I don't think I've met him, but...
Interesting.
Okay. There's that.
And oh my gosh. SFC Pruitt 101 says, I like turtles.
So do you.
I love turtles. We see them almost every day on our walk.
There we go. It's starting to look like an A-wing.
Yeah, we got kind of the nose part.
The seat.
That moves.
Oh gosh.
It moves.
You're really just going to town.
I only got to do 1 sticker today.
So far, so good.
Yeah. All right, let's see. One more super chat, and then we'll probably end the stream. Chris Pacetto, thank you for the super chat. What is your favorite movie novelization? Mine is Revenge of the Sith. It's the most detailed and had some really good scenes not in the movie. I am going to say mine is Rogue One.
I think that's also a good choice because I was going to say Revenge of the Sith, but Rogue One and Revenge of the Sith, I think, do the best job of enhancing the movie.
Yeah, Rogue One's
Adding
novelization had some really good just inner monologue from a lot of the characters to just give it, like, it made Jen's character so much better, in my opinion, because we got to know a lot more that was going on in her head.
And they included, like, a lot of stuff that was going to be for Bodhi that just got cut. And I love Bodhi, so having all of his extra stuff was good.
Yep.
Well, let's end our streams like we end every stream, where I say I'm hungry.
Okay.
And I'm starting to get cranky.
Oh, cranky hungry boy. White Claw's not doing it.
No, it's not food. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. Thank you for all of the super chats. Thanks for just watching, liking, chatting, subscribing, etc. It's so much fun to hang out with you guys while we're all stuck inside still. We'll keep making this over the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
Hope you join us.
Do the magic hand, baby. I'll do one more.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.